Okay, so thank you so much for your patience and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Lisa Kane. I am the proud principal of Osbourn Park High School. Before we get started, we are offering this presentation in English and Spanish. So if you are needing the translation in Spanish, please look at these directions. If you're on your computer, look for the interpretation button on your control bar. Once you click it, choose Spanish, and then the icon should change to reflect that you are using Spanish. And then if you're on your iPhone or your cell phone, click the Join Audio button, and then click Call over the Internet. Click on the three dots for more, and then click on your preferred language. I will give Ms. Benita the opportunity to translate the slide, and then we will get started.
Muy buenas tardes, soy Marisa Kane y soy la directora orgullosa de Osbourn Park. Este webinar está disponible a través de español y inglés. Estas son las instrucciones para que lo puedan acceder en español. Si usted está conectado a través de la computadora, puede usar el botón, seleccionar el botón que dice interpretación. Después usted puede seleccionar su lenguaje de preferencia y su lenguaje se cambiará a español. Si está conectándose a través del teléfono, puede presionar el botón que dice unirse al audio, llamadas sobre internet, los tres botones que dicen más y su lenguaje de preferencia cuando termine.
Okay. So this is going to be a view and listen meeting. You will have the ability to ask questions in the Q&A. Which you will find at the bottom of your screen. And if we do not know the answer to your question, we will either publish the information as soon as we get it in an upcoming communication. We do email all of our families every Sunday in our newsletter called the Be in the Know. We just had our first one that we sent out the other day. And, you know, this is the beginning of the school year. There's going to be a lot of information that comes out. So please keep posted for those communications. So back in the spring, Prince William County School, the school board approved a plan for moving forward with our learning plan for the 21-22 school year. And families were given the option of in-person or virtual only. We are not doing concurrent learning, so it is either you're in school full-time or you are taking classes virtually. And if you are in this webinar, that means that you chose virtual for your student. And we will do our best to answer the questions or collect the questions that you might have on virtual learning. A few bits of information for upcoming dates. We will be doing a device distribution on the 19th of August. This is our day of our freshman festival. It is an in-person event for students only. Freshmen can come and pick up their laptop on the 19th in the morning during the festival. They will also have an opportunity to walk their classes if they were for the in-person students. For 10th, 11th, and 12th graders that are virtual or that are coming to be in person, they can get their laptops on the same day between 12 and 2. Let's see, so parking passes won't apply for our virtual families. And first day of school is the 23rd, back to school night is the 31st, and touch base conferences are on the 11th. However, the virtual schools might have different dates. So a little overview on where Prince William County is. Our in-school operations are going to be normal pre-pandemic with no minimum physical distancing requirements. We are not requiring COVID-19 vaccinations at this time, and families can check the PWCS website for immunization information. All students and staff are required to wear masks and visitors when they come into the school. In school, Prince William County will be offering free breakfast and lunch. Buses and cafeterias will be run at pre-pandemic capacities. And schedules for in-person students will be available on the 20th, and bus transportation doesn't pertain because this group is our virtual. So we are providing laptops, like I said. If you are a virtual student and you need a laptop, and you don't feel comfortable having your student come in on the 19th, please call your student's Alpha administrator, and I'll show you who they are in a minute. And we can make arrangements for you to come and get the laptop on at a time that's not where we're not going to have that many people here. There is low-cost optional insurance for families who are worried about potential damage to the laptops. We do, they are a loan, so we do expect that the laptops come back to us in the same shape in which they were distributed. There is an optional insurance if you're interested in that. You can check the PWCS website, and we will share that in future communications as well. Canvas is going to be used for in-person and virtual students. The hub is basically the same thing as parent view and student view. That is going to be used by all students, so you can see where your students are with regard to their grades. And all of the new student information packets and the forms, emergency cards, that sort of thing are going to be available online via the hub. And I will say this: if you are a virtual only student or family of a virtual only student, and I know that the student won't be here for lunch, I do wish for you, if it applies, to still fill out the free and reduced lunch application. And the reason for that is twofold. One, it helps the school get proper funding, and also it will make your student eligible for reduced testing fees such as the ACT and SAT. So it is beneficial to both school and family to fill out the free and reduced lunch application if it applies. And that was linked in the prior email that we sent out, the Be in the Know, the other day. We will continue to post that as a reference for easy use. So Prince William County is mandating masks, universal masking for the start of the school year. And we follow state law SB 1303, which requires us to follow the CDC guidelines. And masking is our mitigation for this upcoming school year. Physical distancing is not going to be possible because of the number of students we have in the building, and masking is going to help us reduce disruption to the educational environment and allow more time for vaccines to become available. The PWCS issued this guidance on when to wear masks, and I included this in this presentation just for your reference. Virtual students do have the option of switching to come back in school if they want to. However, the reverse is not true. So if it's a in-person student at this time, they cannot opt for virtual unless there is a documented medical need. However, if you are virtual, you can change and have your student come back to school. We did save seats for your student in case they want to come back to school full-time. And of course, they would follow these masking regulations. So quickly about Osbourn Park, I posted our mission and vision here, and bottom line is that our goal, our vision is to empower students to be future ready with a growth mindset. And we do that by looking at the whole child. We look at their grades. We have high expectations for our students, and some of these other skills we're going to be incorporating in conversations with our students throughout the year. We expect our Yellow Jackets, whether they're in person or virtual, they're all Yellow Jackets. We expect them to display optimism, to be self-advocates, and be high achievers. to be perseverant and show confidence, not give up, to be hardworking and strive for excellence in all they do, model integrity and be challenged by their mistakes, and model kindness in deed and in word, and show respect for themselves and for others. Our administrative team, these 5 individuals are your go-to people. If you have questions, concerns, want to share some great news about your child, stay connected to OP. So if your last name begins with A through CARR, Mr. Dylan Grazier is your student's OP administrator. If the last name is CARS through HAG, Miss Lindsay Walton is your child's administrator, and she's there with a bright smile saying hi. If your child's last name is HAH through MENJ, your child's administrator is Miss Kenyatta Wilson-Keys. If last name is MENK through SANO, Mr. Ben Hankin is your child's administrator, and he is there with another bright smile and a wave. And SANP through Z is Miss RT Skill. I will also like to add that as questions pop up in the Q&A, Mr. Hankin and Miss Walton will be answering them to the best of our ability for the presentation this evening. As I said, we are having our freshman festival. If you have a rising 9th grader who is virtual, they are welcome to our freshman festival on the 19th. We are going to have pizza for the kids. We will be distributing laptops, opportunity to meet counselors, administrators, and we will be having our activity fair, which we have rows and rows of tables lined up in the gym. And students can talk to club sponsors and other students who are in clubs like Key Club, Anime Club, all different kinds of clubs. And if we don't have one that your student is interested in and they want to start one, we encourage that. And we are allowing our virtual students to participate in person in clubs if they have, of course, transportation and they wish to join. They are welcome. As far as technology goes, we are one-to-one. Canvas is the learning management system. If you need a hotspot for Wi-Fi, please contact Miss Aponte at Osbourn Park and we will get you set up with that. If you have tech issues with your school issued device, please call Osbourn Park. I would like to make a note here and say that if your student is using their own personal laptop, we do not offer tech support for personal laptops. We only provide tech support to students who are using Prince William County technology. And we already spoke about the laptops, and the loaner agreements will be in the information that you get, the welcome information that you get through ParentView. So virtual instruction. Virtual instruction, virtual only high school students will be served via a combination of virtual Virginia or virtual Prince William. We are not offering concurrent learning, and by concurrent, I mean that a teacher has Zoomies and Roomies, where we have students in the room and students on the Zoom. We are not doing that at all at Osbourn Park or in any of the high schools in Prince William County. There might be a class or two where that happens, but like I said, it's not going to happen. As of right now, it's not happening at Osbourn Park. We are doing some proximity learning for some of our self-contained special education classes and to meet the needs of our English learners. Virtual choices are limited and some classes are not offered. Hands-on classes like CTE and some of our pre-advanced classes are not offered virtually. And our Osbourn Park is responsible for support services. So for EL supports or IEP related services, counseling, computers, the base school, Osbourn Park, we will take care of those needs. So the main platform for virtual students is through Virtual Virginia. And if your student is signed up for Virtual Virginia, they will be corresponding with you with regard to specific information about the courses your child is registered in. The handbook link is right here, so you might want to take a picture of that. We will put these slides up on our website tomorrow, so you can have these as a reference. Canvas is the main instructional tool. Virtual Virginia sets their pacing and their grading, and Osbourn Park has no control over the grading practices, over the curriculum, as far as whether or not they do retakes, whether or not the class goes too slow or too fast. That all is run through Virtual Virginia. Our teachers at Osbourn Park are not teaching the Virtual Virginia classes, so we don't get a say-so over their grading practices. Some of the supplies that you would need for the Virtual Virginia courses would be a laptop with word processing capability, high access internet speed, headphones, a microphone, and some notebooks. This is a sample schedule for Virtual Virginia. I'm sure that they will be reaching out to you to let you know what your child is signed up for and what their schedule will be. I do believe that it is required that cameras are on for all of the virtual classes. So that is going to be different between the practice this year versus last year. The teachers in the virtual courses are going to require cameras to be on. As far as Virtual Prince William goes, Virtual Prince William is run by Prince William County using the staff in Prince William County. That does not mean Osbourn Park teachers. It could be a teacher from Woodbridge is teaching math, or a teacher from Forest Park is teaching an English course. The courses are set and designed to be completed in semester format. The pacing and assessment practices would be more similar to Prince William County, but not always. The grading protocol is listed in this link, and the coordinator is Brett Hellman. So any questions you have regarding Virtual Prince William should be directed to Mr. Hellman. The session dates for Virtual Prince William are August 23rd through December 17th. Orientation information is going to be on August 23rd from 7 to 8 and August 24th from 7 to 8. And the first semester runs through October. The second semester runs through December 17th. And like I said, please reach out to Virtual Virginia if you have any specific questions or concerns about their schedule. The withdraw deadline for Virtual Prince William, students have until the 17th of September to withdraw from a course without penalty. Students who withdraw after the 17th and before the end of marking period 1 will receive a withdraw pass or a withdraw fail. And any student who withdraws after marking period 1 will receive no credit and a failing grade for the course. With regard to SOLs, students requiring the SOLs will make arrangements with their base school counselor and testing coordinator to take the SOL. Of course, we will reach out to students who need SOLs after the school year starts. So we will be in touch there and provide more information as we get closer to those SOL dates. Final exams are completed online. Again, cameras need to be on for all virtual courses. The exam date is the 16th of December and the makeup is the 17th of December, and the holidays are listed there. A sample student schedule might look something like this. Again, similar to the schedule we have in our Osbourn Park for our in-person students, where the student will go to first period every day and then have their even days and their odd days. We do encourage all of our families to get involved in our Yellow Jacket community. We have our Parent Advisory Council. which I am the contact for. And our PTSO is kicking off this Thursday. And we recently sent out a communication for parents to join and help reestablish our PTSO. Ms. Gill is the contact for that. And if you're interested, please send her an email. The first meeting, like I said, is going to be via Zoom, and it's going to be on the 12th at, I believe, at 6 o'clock. Our counseling department is always looking for parents to participate on the advisory, counseling advisory committee. Ms. Rockadan is the go-to for that. Athletics boosters. If you are a parent of an athlete and you want to get more involved there, please contact Mr. Lane. And music boosters, whether it is choir or band, please contact Mr. Izo. And finally, we know that, we all wish that we could start this year and COVID would have been in our rearview mirror. But regardless of the challenges ahead, we are working together to make sure that our students have a great start to the year. Even though your students are attending school virtually, they are still Yellow Jackets, and we are here to support you any way we can. Please reach out to your student's Alpha administrator if you have any questions, or to either Virtual Virginia or Virtual Prince William County if you have questions specific to those programs. If you decide that you want your child to come into school for in-school learning, again, please reach out to your student's counselor. Sign up for notifications from Canvas. Make sure that you're connected to Parent View. Again, if you need help, please call the school. And you will continue to get our Be in the Know newsletter so you can keep up with what's going on at Osbourn Park. And with that, we will check in with our APs, Mr. Henkin and Ms. Walton, to see if there's any questions in the chat. We'll give you another minute or two to answer any questions that you might have. And if not, I'm not seeing, let's see.
I think Mr. Hinkin answered the questions in the chat, and we had very limited chatter this time around. So,
okay, very good. Very good. All right. So if you have any other questions or questions that are specific to your student, please reach out to your student's administrator and we will do our very best to answer your questions. And we know this is going to be a wonderful school year. We are here for you. And thank you so much for joining us this evening.